So here at University of Dayton Athletics, the strategic plan for the next 5 years of things that we're going to do. There's going to be a lot we're going to cover, so kind of bear with me. Okay, summary. Basic summary of University of Dayton Athletics, we combine in 2 words: commitment and community. They're committed for excellence, committed to scholarship and learning. All right, they're committed to their athletic tradition that made them successful. Okay, and that tradition's gone all the way back to the early 50s. With UD and their athletic program, particularly their men's basketball program. Okay, culture and environment. All right, they're involved with huge tenure. All right, there's a lot of coaches, staff members that have been there for a long time. All right, the reason for that tenure is because it's a place that everyone will leave. They talk about the community aspect. They don't want to be involved with anything else because of the embracement that the university provides. And then obviously their athletic leadership is huge, widely successful. Okay, it is huge, widely successful. That's why the traditions have continued for success, whether it's men's basketball or women's basketball in the Elite Eight, or it's men's football, whether it's football that's been two losing seasons in the last 45 years. Okay, they're always willing to compete. They compete at a very high level. They're very successful in their competition. That's why almost other 15 sports, the last year, 13 of them would have winning seasons. The 2 that did not were 3 games under 500 in that direction. Okay, their mission, athletics mission, is is the same thing as the overall college mission statement. Okay, it talks about just being a top-tier Catholic university. Obviously has undergrad, 2 doctorate. Okay, they're committed within the Marianist tradition, which is also the Catholic tradition and faith. Okay, and how do we grow and educate as a whole person to link leadership and service, so when they leave there, they're successful in the community. Okay, their vision, all right, diversity. They understand there should be differences within people. They want you to work and grow through that. Okay, they embrace diversity through God's creation, so they use God and use their Marianist teaching and teaching to honor the dignity of the people, to share respect. And there's huge going to be on respect. Okay, they want to embrace the students to be a citizenship. They want to be able to give back to the community. They want to teach the students how to be active members in their community to help them be successful. Okay, obviously they want to be inclusive academic excellence. Okay, so if you have something going on, they want to be inclusive and sensitive to that. Okay, they want to be united in one body. Everyone together as a whole wise community is such a huge word within both the athletic side as well as the community, University of Dayton community. Okay, and they want to advance students, all right, intellectually informed as well as dialogue, collaborate with others, and differences. So though their differences are going to come up between people, they want to be able to work together. Like I said, they want to make them involved in their community so that when they leave, they can be great citizens of their communities wherever they end up going to. Okay, the core values: they want to teach community, they want to teach family, teamwork, all that. They want to instill the fundamentals of sportsmanship through the sport. I mean, that's what they want. They need to expand through their sport. Okay, they want to develop the talents of the student athletes to make the best they can be. Obviously, they're going to enhance the minorities and the diversity of all the teams and culture. Okay, and obviously promote University of Dayton's brand, expand its brand regionally as well as nationally, particularly through its men's basketball program. Okay, their culture, it's like I talk about community, we come up several times. All right, community can't express that enough. All right, it gives them a place to flourish through that. People work together. There's teams that work together. There's co-teams that work hand in hand and supporting for each other. They're all in it together, and they'll understand that. Because like I said, you can go to a student, you can go to a staff member, whether they've been there for 3 days or whether they've been there for 15 years. So we're going to say the same thing. The community aspect of why they're there is just a huge part and role model of their lives. Okay, their athletics competes in the Atlantic 10 Conference. All right, that's the 14 sports. The only one that does not is football, because A10 does not sponsor football. So thus, football competes in the Pioneer League, where they were an inaugural member in 1992 when the league opened. They were one of 4 teams, and now they're still one of the 13 teams that are in that league. Okay, conflict. Who doesn't have conflict in an organization? All right, all conflict gets sorted out. From team legislative, everyone knows they must work together to succeed. All right, the athletic department, they know they got to stay in community, work through conflict, continue working together to be better. Okay, and obviously coaches have several lifestyle conflicts, whether it's pay, whether it's hours, whether it's on the road recruiting, whether it's traveling with their athletes, whether it's a struggle that their athletes are struggling. Coaches face a lot of lifestyle conflicts in terms of how they're able to manage their own lives as well as their families within the organization. Okay, transitions. In the last several years, all right, the university's gone through several major leadership roles and leadership changes. The first one obviously being the president of the university. Okay, 3 years ago, the new president came in. All right, he obviously changed the role of who it was. The guy who he's replacing was very respected, very well known, very well liked, both among students and staff. However, the current president, if you talk to alumni, talk to current students, talk to even current staff members, he's a questionable job, how well he's doing. A lot of them do not like the direction he's going. So if he does not continue to progress, he may lose that job and they may be hiring someone else as that leader of that university. Thus, once again, going through another leadership change. Also in that time frame, athletic director retired. Okay, that's the new athletic director has been. He's a strong leader. He's been involved with the finances. He was a senior VP for finance before he got the job as the AD. He took over a lot of repetition within the men's basketball program, so he was a great fit. He promotes the university every chance he gets. He's involved highly in all athletics. Okay, and also, like I said, they want to be known for their basketball programs. Their head basketball coach took 2 years ago, left to go to Indiana University. They hired a new coach. He's an alumni. He was part of the 1984 team that went to the Elite Eight. Okay, and for the last 30 years before they were able to get back. He was part of that 84 team, a leader of that 84 team. He's now coaching. He's now back. Now, on the fourth side, he's yet to be able to win a marquee game. So there could be some more change in the future if he cannot be able to win those marquee games, win the conference championship, or continue to get into the NCAA tournament. Okay, in terms of my leadership team, so you see right here, Neil Sullivan, he is the athletic director. He's highly involved with everything he does, particularly with the men's basketball program. Now you see Mike Kelly, who I know is Coach Kelly. All right, he's a long-time football coach. He's been there since 1976. All right, as a football coach until he stepped down in 2007. And once you became part of the offensive staff, he's been there for over 40 years. He loves what he does. He's a great mentor for me, as well as a great leadership aspect to the team for Neil Sullivan. Okay, he also has 5 associate athletic directors. Those 7 guys are primarily, those 7 people are primarily the leadership team. Okay, they're all in charge of different areas. Whether it's UD Arena, that's just went a $72 million renovation, but also home to our basketball teams. Whether it's performance enhancement, which is your strength and conditioning, your sport med, your compliance and business services. Okay, it also has external and community relationships, as well as just the overall administration, which houses a lot of the communication aspect or anything else that gets involved. Okay, they do face environment and legal challenges. Obviously, St. Patty's Day is a huge one. Dave Letterman talked about University being one of the 4 places to be on St. Patty's Day because of the city bringing the aspect going on. However, there's always high-class alcohol involved on a college campus, especially on St. Patty's Day. It's a very big community event. There's a lot of students that come in from other schools, and typically that's where the problems come from. But anytime there's alcohol involved on a college campus, you've got to be leery of your athletes getting yourself into trouble. It has cost them, some of them, most of the time it's them getting hurt by someone else, or they're hurting themselves because they were in a drunken stupor. Okay, all coaches and all administration have to be CPR trained, so if an emergency were to happen, they're able to be successful in handling that manner. Extra security on game day. Okay, they're getting some, make sure there's no trampling going on, make sure everyone gets to their seats, make sure that everyone's being successful and enjoying their experience. That's the whole part of what they do. They sell an experience, they sell a service, they sell a product in terms of how they perform on the field. And obviously they want to have a safe environment to be a part of. And obviously, that's a big strength of college athletics right now is facility depth, whether it's in the strength conditioning realm or it's on game day, whether it gets hot as we move forward. Okay, competitive analysis, obviously, they talk about basketball program tradition. First 4, the Dayton market. Alright, that is a huge advantage for them. They are the marquee forefront of all March Madness and NCAA basketball tournament games. Being involved with that, they like to compete with schools around them, such as the University of Miami of Ohio, University of Cincinnati, and Purdue University. Alright, all of those schools are relatively decent and close in size. They're a little bigger than Dayton, but they're close in terms of their culture, their academic, and as well as athletic success of how they handle it. However, they want to compete with Notre Dame. Notre Dame obviously is the top tier Catholic school across the country. Alright, in terms of academic prestige as well as athletic prestige, they market. He was Indiana. Obviously, the head coach just left to go to Indiana. That is a huge market, and they're competing for a lot of state recruits in terms of being success. And then the granddaddy of them all, Ohio State University. All right, Ohio State is 8 times the size of the University of Dayton, as well as their athletic programs are top notch. How well Dayton basketball has shown they can take with Ohio State when they played each other 4 years ago in the NCAA tournament. Dayton was able to come over top of the Ohio State University. Okay, their strengths. They have great support from the city. All right, the city is a basketball town, has been forever. Okay, they have great alumni support. So whenever they go to NCAA games, they go to preseason, postseason, tournaments, all that stuff. Dayton just found out they have one of the best alumni bases. They have the fans that will travel while they are usually one of the top supported teams wherever they go. Okay, like I already talked about leadership, the leadership team. Okay, leadership athletics is highly strong. Athletics continues to grow. They continue to grow the brand more than ever that University has. And that corporate sponsors that brings in several $1 million every year in terms of what they can do, where they are, who they're related, who they're connected to. Okay, their weaknesses, their board of president support, like I said, could be out in the next couple of years. All right, which is a high level turnover coming through. Their dependence on basketball. Men's basketball is the only revenue generating sport. Okay, so if they cannot find a way to get more revenue in other sports, and if basketball goes down, whole budget can go down and fall through. Football's off campus. Alright, it's a difficult situation when football's off campus, so you can't take advantage of the tailgates, you can't get the whole campus, you can't get the student environment involved. Which hurts obviously recruiting, but also then it forces them to share facilities with high schools. No one likes to share facilities with high schools because then there's all timing conflicts of what you can and can't do. So it's very difficult in that regard, and that's why you need to be able to change it. But also limit staff size. They're only a school of 8,000, and you can't pay all these coaches that you see Ohio State, you see Notre Dame, you see Miami's in the world, to have all these coaches be able to get all that specialized training to help them out. Okay, so staff size is a hindrance, it is a weakness. However, they have multiple opportunities. First, the track and cross country teams went through a coaching change about 3 years ago. They've now since won 2 A-10 championships. All right, 2 A-10 team championships. The coach has got them on track. He's recruiting the right athletes. He's training them in the right manner. Okay, the first 4. Like I said, it's the forefront of all college basketball and more tennis. Tennis is doing really well. All right, tennis had just sent their first guy to the Nationals who went undefeated in the A-10 season. All right, tennis is continuing to expand. It's an opportunity to grow. Okay, moving football back to campus. Another great opportunity in the college basketball market. Dayton's TV market in the country is listed as number 64. When it comes to college basketball, they're 10. Alright, when they're 10th, that big of a college market, you have a huge opportunity to earn TV revenue. Okay, threats, rising tuition. Being a private school, they're very expensive. In the last 3 years, tuition's gone up about $4,000 in that manner. So it's hard to be able to get those student athletes, those middle ground student athletes who cannot afford it. Not to mention in the men's basketball program, they've had a lot of guys transfer out, as well as a couple guys that used to go to the NBA, whether it's been drafted or not. And so with that, they can't build team chemistry, they can't build that team success, get team longevity, right? Continue to build a culture within the program. Okay, they just went through a $72 million renovation. If they can't recoup some of that money, they'll get to be able to default on those bills and those loans. Okay, lack of recruiting facilities, like I said, not only football but several other athletic teams are sharing facilities with other teams and other high schools. Okay, so it hurts recruiting, as well as NCAA legislature and landscape can always be changing. All right, you never know what they're doing, what the process is with that. Okay, goal 1, build expand their cross country track. First 6 months, they get specialized training because they're going to hire 2 new coaches. Okay, so overall, going to cost about $60,000 a year. All right, to do that, 1 full-time, 1 GA, but they're going to get those specialized training to continue to grow. Because they grow, they're going to be able to increase their budget, increase their scholarship within 3 years, so they can get a higher caliber athlete. They can take it from an A-10 championship to compete at the national level, but also open up themselves to host regional cross-country track meets. Okay, it's a great way to raise money, great way to boosters. Those track meets, both be high school or college, can range anywhere between $5,000 and $15,000 every one you host. And you can host one almost every other. You can host one just about every week. Okay, tennis, like I said, they're doing well. They sent some of the nationals. Partner with the Western Southern Open. That is the prequel to the U.S. Open. Okay, it's the prequel to the U.S. Open. It's located about 45 minutes south of the university. Okay, get your athletes to work, turn up, be a part of it within the first year. They get a connection with a professional organization. They get to use support him. Okay, and then within 3 years, be able to get some kind of connection, be able to get him into the tournament. Get some former athletes to play in that tournament so they have that connection, they get professional growth, professional feedback. Okay, and then within 5 years, have their own facility, finish their own facility. They can charge members as well as court time to recoup some of that money, but also they save on fees. They're no longer paying other clubs and other facilities in the area for them to use that court time to use, whether it's for practice and or matches. Third goal is expand the top 10 market. Okay, research those other markets. First 6 to 9 months to find those better deals, to find the new teams, to find the new schools to compete. Okay, and the next 2 years after that, reset your schedule so 75% of those games are in there. So you're always on the forefront, you're always on TV, you're always making money, but you're also playing high caliber basketball to make your resume look better. So come March, the NCAA tournament committee puts you guys in. Okay, and then obviously 5 years, be in a top 10 market. Okay, put all major games on network, as well as more money and more NCAA games. Better resume, more tournament games. More money, more tournament games, more money. More money, more revenue we can drive, more tickets we can sell. Ultimately, the more money the budget has. Lock in the first 4. Right, we have to fulfill the first contract. All right, that's 1 year. Okay, fulfill the contract, but also continue driving those revenue streams. This is a huge event that boosts not only the local economy, but also boosts the school economy and school budget. Okay, work on a 5-year extension after 2 years. What's the success of selling tickets? No matter whether it's 216 seats or it's USC, some of the big names coming in. Okay, ticket sells out. All right, let's say the UD Arena sells about 13,463 people. Okay, they're practically selling out. Their average attendance in the first 4 is about 12,800 people. Okay, so there's a lot going on. They sell a lot of tickets. It also puts pressure on the NCAAs to have them host 2nd and 3rd round games. Once again, that's a huge boost to the university if they can get hosting that with that 5-year extension and work on a long-term deal within 5 years. Every year, as of now, we're making over $700,000 on that event. The university is, that is. And then obviously, Dayton is the forefront, it's the epicenter of where it all begins. March Madness and NCAA tournament, it begins in Dayton. The road to the national championship comes through Dayton. Okay, and goal 5, bring them back to campus. Alright, so this is going to be a major overhaul project in the next 5 years. It's going to cost about $1.1 million a year. Okay, obviously going back more in the middle where it's going to load. Okay, but the first year is bring back campus for a game. Alright, begin the facility renovations to do that. Okay, over the 3 years, get 2 games, about half of the whole games on our campus. Okay, but you include a night game. Show the atmosphere, what it's like. Use it as a recruiting tool. Get them involved. Get the student, get the campus involved. Okay, then you have tailgates, TV rights. Obviously, you work on that. Those facility renovations, get so it's TV ready. So you get those games on TV. Once again, more TV revenue streams. Obviously, that helps pay off those renovations as such. And then in 5 years, have a complete return to campus. Take advantage of the 8,000 students. Take advantage of the many more faculty members, campus members that can get them on campus. That's one of the hardest things for students to do. They want to tailgate, they want to drink before a game. That's what most college students want to do for college football. They got to get them on the campus so they can just walk into the stadium. There's no worry about driving, no worry about legal issues of going back and forth. Not to mention, it's one of the teams that share. They can recruit better athletes when they have their own facility. Not to mention, they can do a lot more when they own it themselves. Okay, the financial analysis, the budget's roughly about $30 million. Okay, roughly about $30 million. All right, the main source of revenue streams, like I said, are ticket sales, or sponsorships, and the championship revenue that drive it. Some of the major expenses are scholarship expenses, or salaries that people got to pay their coaches' salaries, got to pay administrative salaries, as well as the wages for people who work day to day and work on their on game days. And then obviously recruiting. You have to recruit as a college. Recruiting spends a lot, especially when they're nationwide recruiting. They travel across the country to find the best and brightest athletes that they can use to survive. Okay, so you can see kind of some income statements as well as a budget for each for each program. In terms of the first year, obviously as it expands. Okay, obviously you're going to see renovations upkeep go up, particularly in football. All right, you see the high level expenses that football is, as well as then when we renovate, that expenses are going to get closer to probably $6 million in the next 5 years. However, their revenues are going to start driving up close to $1 billion per year. And once the renovations are done, their expenses are going to come back down a little bit less. Actually, probably a little less than that, just because they're not having to go back and forth. They're going to get all their equipment. We'll have to pay as much to move back and forth. So it takes advantage of those. You can see that they're still profiting a little bit, which that gets reinvested in the program, and then kind of an emergency fund. So if a leak, the ceiling of the arena leaks, or the volleyball court cracks, or something goes on, turns out there's always money left over. So if something happens, they're able to recoup that. So University has a successful plan for the next 5 years, and looking forward to seeing that progress.